Hi, everyone. Nikki DeLoach here. Normally, I have my co-star by my side, but this time, the wonderful Andrew Walker, he is on set. So I'm going to be doing this solo. I know. We all miss him. We all miss him. We wish he was here, but you will get to see us on Friday night. Yay! So we are so excited for you to see our new signature mystery, Curious Caterer Fold Plans. This one was the most fun that we have had on one of these movies yet. And we have some questions that I'm going to be answering. Okay, first, Nikki, we are excited for another Curious Caterer mystery, and the setting in this movie is unique. Tell us more about the filming location. Great question. Number one, we filmed in a castle, which was incredible. It's not every day that you get to visit a castle, much less be in a castle for filming for weeks on end. It was so fun. And we shot, normally we shoot these in Vancouver proper, but we shot this specific movie on the island, on Vancouver Island, but specifically in Victoria. And we used an actual castle, which BTS, it was the castle used in the X-Men movies. It's the school that all the X-Men characters train from. So that was really fun. And it was beautiful. The water out the back. It was everything you want a castle to be. And then the other location we did get to use for like a week was the actual governor's house. And it was pretty cool because she was living in it when we were in the house. We're all in our gowns and everything all the time. So every time she would walk by with her dog, she was so nice and gracious. I would like bow because I felt like, I don't know. I was like, what is appropriate when like a governor walks by and you're in a fancy gown? You bow. And finally she was like, you don't have to keep bowing for me every time I walk by. So that was really, really, really fun. We had a blast on this movie. And part of it was because, we were all on the island together. It was kind of like camp. And normally when we're in Victoria, Vancouver, everybody goes home. They go to see their husbands or their kids at the end of the day. And because we were all on the island together, we hung out on the weekends. We did karaoke. We had a big Super Bowl party. Um, we couldn't go back to and from base camp between scenes. So everybody just hung out in the green room and there was music, sing-alongs. It was so fun start to finish. It was amazing. I hope you guys can feel that when you watch the movie. Okay. So question two, a fun medieval ball turns into a deadly evening when a murder takes place at the castle. Can we share more about this new mystery? We wanted it to feel very much like Clue, where everybody gets trapped in one, house and nobody gets to leave until the murderer is found or the mystery is solved. And I really, after seeing it a couple of times, I really think that we accomplished that. It's so, even though it is murder, so the stakes are high, it's so fun to go along for the ride in this one. So I will share that it's a little like Clue in that way. There are a lot of red herrings because essentially anyone in this movie, well, besides moi, could have done this, right? And also like Riley, who plays Mason, like he can't hurt a fly, so he didn't do this. But I'll share like a little tidbit. We really dig into Tom's history a lot in this movie, and his past kind of comes back not to haunt him, but his past becomes very present inside of this mystery. And so that's another little clue I'll give you without giving anything away. Okay, question three. This case also, it hits close to home for Tom. So here we go. Without giving away too much, how does Goldie help him uncover hidden secrets during their investigation? What I love about their relationship is they really, even though there's been chemistry between them, they've become friends first. And because Tom is really guarded and because of his past and what he's gone through with his dad and what he went through in his marriage, his past marriage, he's very guarded. He's kind of a hard, nut to crack, as my grandfather would say. And, the reason why he can open up to her and let her in is because they were friends first. And Goldie has proven to him time and time again that she will not abandon him and she will not walk away from him. And when he's in a ditch, she's going to show up and she's going to get him out of it. And I think I mean, I don't know about you, but I was friends first with my husband before we started really dating. And I think it makes a big difference. And so it also allows him to share, and we're going to see Tom vulnerable really for the first time in the way that he is in this movie. We've never seen him quite as vulnerable as he is. And she is not only extremely protective, Goldie, of his vulnerability and what he's going through. She's also going to do whatever she has to protect him and make sure that she figures out who's responsible for this murder. Question 4. Viewers are going to notice the progression of Goldie and Tom's connection. See, look at that. It just flows right into each other. Blah, 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 as they work together. How does this mystery strengthen the trust in their relationship? Again, I was just talking about that, when you have that bond and you have that trust, and Goldie has continued to prove that time and time again with Tom, then when you need it most, you're able to allow that other person in. But without that shared history of trust and her continuously showing up for him, when we look back on the fatal vows, I mean, she wanted to prove Tom's innocence and stopped at nothing to do that. But she also got herself in between him and the ex-wife and all that drama that was happening in the midst of it. And like, what a good egg Goldie is that she didn't get caught up in any of that. She just focused on Tom. She focused on her friend and made sure that he came out okay. So I think we've done a good job in this series of really building their connection with each movie so that we could get to this place in this one where he could really lean into her. Question 5. We love all the fun behind the scenes videos and photos we have shared on our socials. Are there stories that we can share while filming? Oh my gosh, yes. Well, first of all, I'll share the whole karaoke thing. We didn't realize how much talent we had. We had a huge guest cast on this movie, and we were so lucky, you guys. These actors, I mean, like, such incredibly theater trained actors agreed to come and play with us. And we were so lucky because with a world like this, you can sometimes want to like overplay a role or lean into it too much when you're talking about Shakespeare and stuff like that. And everybody found the perfect balance of bringing it to life in a really organic way, but also just staying grounded. So we were so, so, so lucky with our casting on this movie. Our casting directors are amazing. We're truly so grateful. So we realized that like so many of them can sing, like Andrew, who plays, I'm forgetting, not your beloved Andrew, but there's another Andrew in it that plays, I'm forgetting the names. Gosh, you guys, I'm sorry. But he's the one that we're all gathered. This is his castle. He's actually in a band. And then Graham, who plays the jester, he has an incredible voice and plays guitar. And then I don't know if you know that Brock, who plays track, also an incredible voice. We call him Brock Street Boy because he loves Backstreet. And that's a thing with us because he's a big Backstreet fan and I'm a huge NSYNC fan. And so like, that's where we agreed to disagree. But really like, I'm right. NSYNC's the best. So we all were like, wait a second. And then obviously JC, who plays Marla, she was on Broadway. She did Jersey Boys on the touring company of Jersey Boys. She was in that show and she can sing her booty off. She's incredible. So even though I had lost my voice and was like saving it for filming, in fact, a couple of days, it like actually went out. I did not sing, but I danced and I clapped and I cheered everyone on. But it was so much fun. We were like, we have to get together and do this. And so we had a giant karaoke night. It was like 4 or 5 hours long. um, Super Bowl Sunday, we all came together and we really also wanted to do something, not just for our guest cast, but we wanted to do something for the crew too, to give them a place to come and celebrate. So it was Brock who, we came up with the idea. And then Brock was like, oh, wait, we have a big suite at our hotel. So I rented the suite and everybody brought food. And like JC and Brock and me and Andrew, we all brought food and then just gave everyone an amazing time for the day. Our crew worked so hard, and the least that we could do is just make it a fun experience where they could just feel like they were really appreciated. And we are so grateful for all that they do to make our movies amazing. So that's some fun little BTS. Okay, question 6. There are more twists and turns as Goldie and Tom investigate the castle to gather their evidence. Without giving away spoilers, do we each have a favorite scene we can't wait for the viewers to see? Yes, but I can't give it away, and you're going to know it when you see it because I can give you nothing. Um, I guess I could say one thing, which is I will talk about the romance. There's a lot of romance in this movie, a lot more than in any of the other movies combined. And it was because we had this setting, which is romantic in and of itself. We had this big ball, a gala, everybody's dressed up. And there's something about the feeling of that, it kind of puts romance in the air. So every character, at least in our main cast, they kind of get to walk down that romantic road. And I think that our audience are especially going to love where Goldie and Tom end up. And that's all I'm going to share. Okay, question 7. While Goldie and Tom get closer to solving the case, another unexpected mystery throws them off track. Can we each give a clue viewers should be on the lookout for as they sleuth along while watching? Oh, that's hard. Oh my gosh. It's hard because if I give you guys any clues, you're so smart. You're gonna know. You're gonna figure it out too fast. Um, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna give you anything. Too bad. Um, it's not because I don't love you. It's because you're too smart. Okay. Just know that I'm like being mom here and this is for your greater good. So let's go to question 8. The costumes in this movie are so beautiful and does a great job showcasing the medieval era. Do we each have a favorite wardrobe piece? I love this question because there is nothing that I appreciate more than people who give 110% at something. I mean, I appreciate a lot more, but that is something I really appreciate. It's a love language for me because I always want to like give 100%. And when everybody is showing up in that same way, that's when something really just flies. It soars. And we were so lucky with this movie. We had an incredible set deck. I'll give you a little fun fact. There's a scene in the library where Goldie gets kind of turned around on this secret door. None of that in that room looked like that. They built out that whole set with all the books, the revolving door, the room that we get thrown into was all built. And I mean, the set deck did such an incredible job. I cannot say enough about them. Our props department, our locations, our hair and makeup, and our costumes. Her name is Trish. And this was such a heavy lift. Not only were there so many people she had to dress in this movie, she had to find proper medieval costumes for everyone. And she had to get them shipped in, not just from Vancouver proper on a boat to get to the island, she had to fly them in from France, from all over, to make sure that there were enough options to fit everyone. The logistics of that are insane, especially, on these movies. We only get 3 weeks to prep them. And so she had 3 weeks to get all of this done and to get everyone fitted and to make sure that everyone was fitted, that everything fit perfectly. I cannot say enough about this costume designer. Not only did she pull together such a beautiful vision for the movie, but she worked, she gave every ounce of herself to this, and I'm so grateful for her. So thank you, Trish. A favorite wardrobe piece. I mean, look, my dress was like 180 pounds and it was so painful to wear, but it was worth it. It was worth every second of it, especially when you see mine next to Andrew's costumes and the colors together. And then he has that, like, one of my favorite things is she found, and you can see it in the pictures, Andrew's belt, his black belt has a red heart on the center of it. Come on. Oh, look, you guys. Has that ever happened before? What is happening? You guys, this is the magic. This is the magic of this movie. This is so fun. Oh, this is right. So that's exactly what the whole thing felt like. It was just sprinkled with magic from start to finish, including Andrew's belt with the big heart on the center of it. I think that's one of my favorite pieces. And then also, I have to shout out JC, who, she is obsessed with, I think, is it Labyrinth? Labyrinth is her favorite movie of all time. When she put on that dress and her little headpiece that she wears in it, I mean, she just lit up. She was beaming. She could not have been happier. And there's something about, like, as an actor, you sometimes have to just wear clothes that, definitely may not be what you pick out. That's for one, because it may not be what the character needs to wear. But also, sometimes it's a struggle to find something that's within the character that you also love, that fits and looks really great on you. And then when you do, it just makes you feel so good because, you got to be on camera and it's showing everything. And so to just see her light up and have this, like, amazing princess moment. And she just looked like a Labyrinth princess. So I just loved her. I loved her costume too. Okay. Rapid fire. We've been so lucky to get to work together, me and Andrew. And I'll do the game since Andrew's not here, where I will say if it's Nikki or Andrew. So this is rapid fire. I call out which one is most likely to, and then I'll answer. We are usually actually very in sync. We've done this many times before, and we're usually like 100% in sync on these. So let's see. Who's more likely to, me or Andrew, attend a medieval ball? Probably me. That might be a tie. I think we would both be really into that. We were both really into this movie. So that might be a tie. That might be like both of us pointing to each other. Visit the medieval era. That would be Andrew. I'm a woman in the medieval era. That is not good for us. We have no rights. And also we had to wear those crazy 180-pound corset dresses. Like, he can go visit the medieval era. I will only do it on television. Who's more likely to get lost in a castle? Definitely Andrew. Andrew gets lost everywhere. Definitely Andrew. I will find my way in and out of that castle. But without supervision, who knows when he comes out of that castle. Who's most likely to, me or Andrew, find a hidden passage? Definitely me. I'm the most nosy. I am exactly like Goldie. Like, you better lock those medicine cabinets if I come over to your house, because I'm looking in everything. I'm like, that's nice. Look at what they have under their sink. Oh, yeah, I like that. Oh, okay. It's definitely me. Who will win best dress at a costume party, me or Andrew? That's tough. Here's what I will say. If we are dressing ourselves, that means no help from anyone, Andrew will win. I am very bad at putting clothes on my body. Most likely, as I'm in today, I'm in some kind of white t-shirt and pants. Today, it's Lululemon's, right? Nothing fancy. There's nothing ever fancy. This is what I live in. And unless somebody is putting clothes on my body, this is what I'm wearing 9 times out of 10. So I would say that Andrew wins best dress at a costume party. He will be the belle of the ball. Oh, this was so fun. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching this. And thank you so much for tuning in to our movies, to Curious Cater especially. Without you, we don't get to continue doing this. And we love it so much. We love bringing Curious Cater to your screens. You know, it is such an incredible cast of people that we get to work with. There's no ego on this set. Best idea wins always. And we just have a lot of fun together making these. And so thank you for making it possible. Thank you for allowing us to keep bringing these stories to life. And I hope you tune in this Friday. I just want to make sure I get it right. It's Friday, April 26th at 9, 8 Central. And obviously, it's only on Hallmark Mystery. So, very important. Make sure to tweet along while you're watching and use the hashtag CuriousCater. Thank you all for tuning in today. Thank you in advance for tuning in on Friday, and let both myself and Andrew know how you like it. I love you all. Mwah.